The film begins with a couple who have just woken up in the morning and are preparing to go to work. The woman is named Kat, and her boyfriend is Jim. While waiting for Kat to get ready, Jim opens his phone and sees news about a new threatening virus, where a doctor explains that this new virus variant is very dangerous and not only causes flu-like symptoms, but much more severe effects. Jim, who hears this, is in disbelief. While chewing bread, he goes to the terrace to inhale the morning air and look around. Then he accidentally sees an old woman not far from his apartment. Jim looks puzzled as he doesn't recognize her. To satisfy his curiosity, he calls out to the woman and asks about her condition. Jim is quite shocked to see her in white clothes and covered in blood. Before he has time to think, he is startled by his girlfriend who is ready to leave for work. Then their neighbor comes out to water the flowers. They greet each other. Jim, seeing that the neighbor has a flu, asks if he has gone to the hospital, but the neighbor says he just has a common flu and doesn't need to go to the doctor. Long story short, on the way, they see police officers who seem to be detaining someone and an ambulance with a corpse lying stiff. Jim and Kat don't know what is happening. They think it's just an ordinary accident. After dropping off his girlfriend at work, Jim passes by the same street again but sees nothing there, only a police car parked on the sidewalk. Jim then goes to his usual coffee shop to buy breakfast. Shortly after, the old woman Jim saw on the terrace enters, but he doesn't notice her until suddenly, the old woman attacks everyone, and the people she attacks become infected and start attacking those around them. Outside, the old woman is suddenly hit by a car, and inside the car, there is also an infected person. Chaos begins to erupt. Everyone turns into zombies in an instant due to the Alvin virus that has spread throughout the city. The infected can no longer think clearly. Those who haven't been infected are hunted by them. Jim panics at the scene in front of him. He tries to avoid the zombie attacks. When he finally reaches home, he still doesn't understand what is happening. Panting heavily, he tightly shuts the door to hide. Jim tries to call his girlfriend, but she doesn't answer. He then turns on the TV to find out about this, but he doesn't get any information. In his confusion, Jim tries to send a message to his girlfriend, and without him realizing it, the neighbor sneaks into his room and attacks him wildly. Then he left the house with his finger already cut off. He saw everyone going crazy, torturing and killing each other. Jim hurriedly took his motorbike, which was still parked at the coffee shop, but he was noticed by the zombies, and they immediately chased him. The scene shifts to the train where Kat, who is going to work, is greeted by an older man sitting next to her. Kat responds with a smile. The man then asks what book she is reading. Kat answers briefly. Again, the man tries to chat, making Kat uncomfortable and trying to avoid him so he won't disturb her. Shortly after, the train stops to pick up the next passengers. A young man with dark sunglasses boards the train. Kat, already feeling uncomfortable, offers her seat to a chubby woman. Moments later, the young man pulls out a knife and starts attacking everyone around. The situation turns chaotic. Everyone screams hysterically as blood splatters on the floor. Some people try to restrain him, and Kat is very scared, as is the woman next to her. It doesn't take long before others get infected and start attacking each other. The chubby woman isn't spared from the brutality and loses her eye. Not only do they kill and torture, but they also assault women who are not yet infected. Everyone rushes out when the train stops, including Kat and the woman, who drops her phone. The train is flooded with fresh blood and scattered bodies. The situation is beyond human comprehension. Kat runs, carrying the injured woman down the train corridor, but the woman can't hold on any longer and they fall. Suddenly, the person from earlier in the train appears and chases them. Kat tries to pull the woman's hand and runs as fast as she can until they accidentally bump into someone and ask for help. At that moment, the man tries to fend off the old man chasing them, thinking he is just following them. But the old man does something horrific by attacking the man, biting him, and then killing him. They reach the end of the corridor. Kat sees a door guard and calls out to him, but he ignores them, so they quickly rush out the door. The chubby woman, angry at the guard, punches him in the face, causing him to bleed. They then head to the nearby hospital, back to Jim, who is riding through the city on his motorbike, seeing many bodies scattered on the streets. The situation is utterly chaotic, making him nauseous. He stops by the roadside to bandage his finger and accidentally finds a sickle. Instantly, he sees zombies brutally attacking someone in the middle of a basketball court. Jim tries to save them, but the person is already infected, and Jim is cornered and attacked by them. Kat manages to get into the hospital and take shelter there. Some people there haven't been infected. When the chubby woman is about to be taken to a room, she thanks Kat for saving her life. Kat hugs her and gives her encouragement. Shortly after, Kat borrows a man's phone to call Jim. Moments later, news about the situation is broadcast on TV by the government. However, a man who saw the news expressed his displeasure, considering that the government didn't care and couldn't handle the situation, leading to a fight in the hospital. The police tried to calm the commotion, and suddenly Kat saw the figure who had chased them earlier in the train corridor. She immediately ran for safety. Jim then contacted Kat, asking about her condition through another app because his phone was left on the train. She told Jim that she was hiding and scared. She asked Jim to come and pick her up from the chaos in the hospital. It turned out that the door guard who had been hiding survived the brutal incident. Slowly, he peeked from behind the wall, then quickly ran into a room, only to be shocked to see that Kat's chubby friend had also been infected, turning into a cannibal. The guard also met a grim fate as he was surrounded by the infected and killed. Kat's presence, known to them, was immediately hunted. They chased her upstairs. Kat panicked and searched for a room to hide in until she found a fire extinguisher, sprayed it on the zombie old man and beat it up. Kat, now covered in blood, suddenly saw someone in a hazmat suit and was told to enter a room. It turned out to be the doctor who explained the new virus variant that Jim had seen on his phone. He asked Kat to clean herself with disinfectant to see if she had been exposed to the virus. The doctor stated that Kat was fortunate to be immune to the virus and was clean. He also mentioned that a helicopter would pick them up on the rooftop, so they had to hurry out of the place. However, while throwing her clothes into the trash can, Kat heard a baby crying from inside. The doctor explained that he had to experiment by injecting the virus into the babies to determine who was immune and whose blood could be used as an antivirus. However, the experiment failed. He defended himself to Kat, saying it was better for him to kill the babies than for them to be eaten by the ferocious zombies. Kat remained silent, not responding. Slowly, they both left the room. Kat realized the axe was missing and asked about it. Suddenly, the doctor was attacked with an axe by a zombie. The doctor was lying with his injured leg. The situation panicked him, and he started shooting the zombies. He asked Kat to carry him upstairs. Suddenly, Jim appeared from behind the door, already infected and immediately attacking them. The doctor quickly shot him, causing Jim to fall. He tried to shoot again but failed this time, and Jim killed him. Kat didn't waste the opportunity and quickly grabbed the key, locked the barrier door, and ran for safety. Kat was devastated to see Jim had turned into a zombie. Jim even tried to persuade Kat to open the barrier door, but Kat didn't care, and then ran upstairs where she saw a helicopter waiting for her. And the film ends. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe, because by subscribing you have supported me to make better videos. See you in the next video.